Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for November 11th. We are currently looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair. This particular pair did close up today after moving much lower. We are expecting this pair to move potentially as high as 90.49, possibly as low as 88.68. Look for some resistance around 90.25 and look for some support around 89.25. Now, let's switch over to the Euro USD pair. This particular pair closed down. It did break previous highs. We are looking for this pair to potentially continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 151.17, possibly as low as 148.90. Look for some resistance around 150.50 and look for some support around 149.35. Now let's switch over to the pound US dollar pair. This pair closed much lower, did close below the previous Friday's gap, or previous Friday's close to fill the gap. It filled it yesterday, but it closed below it today. We are expecting this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 168.87, possibly as low as 164.40. Look for some resistance around 166.33 and look for some support around 165.25. Now let's take a look at the US Swiss. This pair closed up today. It did dip down to support levels, previous support levels before moving higher and closing up. We are expecting this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 1.0152, possibly as low as possibly as low as 0.9980. Look for some resistance around 1.0108 and look for some support around 10032. Okay, as far as news announcements goes, we really don't have any news announcements, no significant news announcements for tomorrow. I do want to show you what I'm looking for during this next session. This is the day chart zoomed way out. If you notice, we are close to the high that was created here. Okay, and basically what I'm looking to do, let me go ahead and draw my lines here. Pretty much above 150.57 mark around that. If you look here in this area, there's pretty much nothing that got in its way going up or down. So our next level of support that would now be resistance would be right here at these two lows. So let's go ahead and draw those on a horizontal line at that. So we're basically looking for to buy and go long at 150.58 and looking to exit this particular trade at 152.83. So it's over 200 pips worth of movement. You could probably put your stop loss around 100 pips down. Be a risk to reward be pretty good, and you could look for it to move higher. I do believe if we get a break above it, that it will run to that point over a session, possibly two. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.